Just for a
Welcome to the No One Cares channel. It's your boy Troy. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about women do not submit to you. They submit to your accomplishments. That's the subject I want to talk to you guys about today because this is really important. A lot of you guys you may not understand how the woman thinks, or you may be coming in contact repeatedly with the type of women that you really don't desire. You're like, man, where are the good women at? Where are they at? I thought it was a 2-to-1 ratio in the city. I thought it was a 2-to-1 ratio in my state. Where are the good women at? Why do I keep attracting these women with hidden responsibilities? It's like you keep getting tractors that's got hidden trailers connected to them. You keep finding out different little things about every new woman you meet. And you're like, damn, man, I didn't know she had all this type of baggage. Or why does every woman I meet, have the things that I don't desire in a woman? She might be too big. She might not know how to cook. She just might not have the qualities that you desire. And you might have a tough time finding the type of woman that you really desire. Well, it's a couple of things as men that we have to do to attract a high quality woman. One of the things that we have to do is we cannot be disposable. The only value you have as a man to keep a woman honest and to keep a woman submissive is your value. I mean, you're not going to be walking around like Ike smacking the shit out of a woman, shaking her up, kind of yelling at her, telling her what you want her to do or what you need her to do. That's not going to work. You're going to have your ass in jail. The main thing that you can do is to be able to change a female's life. And there's two ways that you can change a female's life. That's from your value financially and your value from your proximity. She has to be able to have her value raised by being around you. Now, the closest proximity that a woman can have with you is, sleeping with you, be in your bed, be your wife. That's close proximity. A lot of men, we may deal with women where we in and out. We just going by, have a good time, and we bouncing out. But you still have value, and she's still gaining from a value side of it because you're a man of value. That's the power that you have. That's the leverage that you have. See, relationships aren't about love. Relationships are about leverage. Things get old. A handsome man, yeah, he's handsome. He's sexually attractive to me. That's what a woman's saying. Yeah, he's handsome. He's sexually attractive to me, but I'll go date this other guy over here who's not as sexually attractive, and he might be even ugly, but he's building something. So for you men who believe that your looks and that your charisma are the only things that's going to keep a woman submissive and feminine to you, that's not going to work. A lot of guys, they're in relationships where the woman's calling the shots and she's acting in her masculine. That's because you haven't got on your shit financially. You haven't gotten your shit as being a socially admired and respected man. Women see how other men treat you, how other men respect you and admire you, and that's how she's going to respect and admire you. Women want to be able to have their value raised by being around you, by being connected with you. For you guys that believe that, you're in a relationship and she's not, and she may not be putting you on her social media and shit like that, let me tell you something. Women like to brag, and they like to brag about their man. You need to let her know that she needs to put you on her social media. She needs to stunt about you, about having you as her man. But you as a man, you have to have some type of value for her to be proud enough to brag about you about. Like, you have to have some type of value yourself as a man. You have to be a producer. You have to have that firepower, man. You got to bring it. Once you start bringing it, and once you're a producer, and once you have other men respecting and admiring you for what you do, and she sees that, now she's going to get her level raised by being connected with you. But if you're a man and you don't have any type of financial value, any type of social value, then it's easy for her to leave. A lot of women push men away subconsciously. They push them away. And they do this because it's not, they're not going to take a loss by you being out of their life. And women by nature will do these type of things because you're not bringing anything special to the table. A woman will leave you for an ugly guy for a man who's over here building. So as a man, you cannot be disposable and get the type of women that you really want. Okay, because the women that you really want are being taken by men who have value. Okay, because you would say, hey, it's like a 2-for-1 man or women out here. Hey, I should be able to find a good woman. And but you keep running up on these big bumblebee ass women that you really don't like. You keep running up on these women who might have too many kids for you. You keep running up on these women that don't bring nothing to the table. They can't cook. That's because the men who have value have multiple women. Most of your men who have value, they don't just have a wife. They have a side chick. They have 2 side chicks. Most of your big ballers have 4 or 5 women. The world is going polygamy. So it's only going to get worse. Men are going to have multiple women, and women are becoming okay with being a side chick as long as they're getting a financial or social value from the interaction. That's why it's very important for men to raise their sexual market value and to raise their financial value and social value to become the best value of themselves. A woman doesn't submit to you as a man. She submits to your accomplishments. It raises her value when she can tell her girlfriends, hey, my man bought this. Look what my man bought. It raises her value when she can say, look what I bought my man. See, women don't really care about, a man's personality all that much. I mean, they don't really want to know how his day went. Women don't really care about shit like that. Women really, they just really kind of care about themselves. They really don't want to talk about that shit. What they want to know is, this bill's due next week. This mortgage is due next week. Do we got that shit taken care of? Women care about that. And once you start interacting with women, you'll kind of see that they be financially, focused on stuff like that. Because a man with a high personality, with a good personality, it may make her laugh one day, but the next day it pisses her off. So your personality can be subjective, but what isn't subjective is your value as a man and what you bring to the table. So the average black man is bringing 40 grand a year to the table. The average white man is bringing 50 grand a year to the table. We got to step that shit up, man, because if you believe 40,000 or 50,000 is a lot, it's not. Especially if you have kids, you want to try to get up to the 75 to the 100,000. Once you start improving your finances, and once you're able to call the shots, then you'll be able to demand a woman go all in on a marriage. You'll be able to demand that a woman submit. But if you don't have any value, you don't have any leverage or power in a relationship. And for you men with daughters, think about your daughter. Do you want your daughter to marry a guy that doesn't have any value? So why should any woman that you deal with that has value deal with you if you have no value? So while you guys are recovering and building yourselves up from the trenches, from back child support, from bad credit, from a lost job, while you're out here putting in the work, struggling, working 100 hours, keep in mind, man, you doing this to become the best version of yourself. You doing this because you're not going to get used anymore. You're not going to get disrespected anymore. You're not going to be second fiddle to nobody. You're going to be calling the shots. You're going to become the best version of yourselves. All right, guys, man, 100 hours a week at least. Until you change your mindset, no one cares. But just know one cares, and he wants you to become the best version of yourself. I'm out.
Just for just for